Hello, Nakama, and welcome to the Church of One Piece. I am your pastor, the One Piece Apologist, and today we have a special series of episodes starting for you where I will be reviewing the episodes of the live-action One Piece Netflix series. I am going to be reviewing episode by episode, but I have seen the whole series already, and so yes, there will be spoilers for the whole live-action series, as well as there will be spoilers in this series of episodes I'm doing for the entire series of One Piece as a whole, because there's just a lot of fun references that I do want to highlight and draw attention to. And so I'm gonna have to spoil some things from the whole story. But please, if you haven't read the whole story yet and things like that, just don't watch these videos. Please go watch my other reviews of the manga chapters, and we'll see you later. But everyone who's good with spoilers, welcome aboard. So, this first episode of the live-action series was titled Romance Dawn, just like the first chapter of the manga, just like the pre-story one-shot, just like the whole first volume of the manga, just like the first episode of the anime. Clearly, this Romance Dawn is important to the story, is important to Oda that be included, you know? Another thing clearly important to the story, because Zoro has, you know, it's in every different medium, live action, manga, anime, all of them mention that people call Zoro a demon, right? And then later we find him getting the Ashura form and doing sword demon, and also becoming the king of hell, right? It's like these things are clearly planted early on to be fulfilled much later, 20 years. So I did really like, though, that this show was a little bit more intense. You know, I think it did up the level of realism, which was perfect for a live action show. You don't really need realism in manga/anime, but live action show, it's better to be realistic. And so having Alvida brain the guy, as well as having Zoro just chop Mr. Seven in half, was fantastic. And also, of course, bringing Baroque Works in this early, and referencing that Zoro said that when they first met Baroque Works, that, oh, this organization, I remember them, they tried to recruit me a while ago, they sent this guy, Mr. Seven. And so I think that's really cool then that they referenced that, as well as that fight happened on Sixus, which is another reference to an Ace light novel, and that is the island where Ace gets shipwrecked soon after after leaving Dawn Island, which is where he grew up with Luffy, and he actually eats his devil fruit there, as well as he meets his first mate, Masked Deuce, and they start the Spade Pirates. And so that was a really fun little reference. Another thing I did like is when Alvida and Luffy were fighting, and Luffy just says, and Alvida doesn't know the name Monkey D. Luffy, but so then Luffy is like, well, you better remember the name, because I'm going to be king of the pirates. I love that. I thought that was perfect. I also really did like Roger's dying laugh. I thought that was a great way to show. Of course, we know that his name is actually Gol D. Roger, not Gold Roger, as the world government would have you believe. And so Gol D. Roger is... he's a D, and everyone with the initial D dies with a smile on their face. So I thought having him laugh after he had been impaled or executed was really just chef's kiss perfect. Another thing that I thought was chef's kiss perfect was the inclusion of Bing Sake in the flashback where Shanks and his crew are partying. Bing Sake is a very important song to the series. And even when Brook first plays it for Luffy, Luffy says, "Oh, I know this song. Shanks and his crew used to party to it." And so I love that was then like sprinkled in the background here, but also that they didn't actually like name it. They didn't say, someone didn't say, "Oh, Bing Sake is my favorite song" or whatever, like. And I think that that's just perfect because, they just planted that seed, but they're going to water it later, and I think that that is a really cool way to do it. One thing I think could have been better was Captain Morgan. I think the actor did a great job. I think that his stature and his coat with the sleeveless coat, and all that was really cool and worked really well and made him intimidating. But then I saw his lower lip inside of the big steel jaw. And I just think that you could have CGI'd that out or used clever camera angles to keep that thing from showing, so that the big metal jaw did appear to be his lower jaw, which I think would have been important too, because they kept the reason that he has the big metal jaw, as we will discuss in a later review. So, yeah, I did also think it was a great way to show, again, Luffy's, I think I called it joie de vivre, just how sometimes he gets lucky, happens to do the right thing at the right moment, and there's just something about Luffy that enables him to do that. Well, he's walking along and he just wanders in, looks into a closet, and then two Marines turn the corner and Nami's like, "Get in the closet, you gotta hide," but like he wasn't trying to hide, he was just curious, what's in this closet, what's behind this door, but it helped them avoid detection, right, which was great. And then, of course, towards the end of the episode, first of all, that Helmeppo's anime/manga accurate hair was cut for him by Zoro was so funny, just a hilarious gag, and then even funnier that Helmeppo chooses to keep it for the rest of the series. But that Zoro cut that was just so funny, and I love then when he shows up at the end, he's all mad because his hair is ridiculous, but he's got the two guns on Zoro, and Zoro's just leaning on this pole, and Helmeppo shoots the pole, and Zoro just does not move, just completely stoic, and I thought that was so great. Great way to show how cool Zoro is, basically, right? But then, of course, Koby comes up and punches Helmeppo out, and I thought that was an awesome moment as well, because that was Koby getting to stand up for what's right, as well as, then he gets to tell Luffy, "Hey, I have to stay here and follow my own dream," and, and Luffy accepts that, and I think that that's really cool, and that's what's really fun about their friendship, is that they have this mutual respect for each other, and they care about one another, but they are on opposing sides of the world balance here. So anyway, I think that will do it for our review of episode 1 of the live action Netflix series titled Romance Dawn. As always, One Piece be with you.